If you are suffering with blocks or hooks, this video is definitely for you. I'm going to be discussing the release pattern that you really need to help you square that club face and improve your swing path. Make sure you check this video out. One first. Welcome back to the TruGolf Academy. You join me, Jon Watts, today in my back garden. Hope you guys are keeping safe from the coronavirus. That's why I'm still filming some content, some videos at home rather than just all out on the golf course. And I've been filming lots of content throughout this whole lockdown period on all my social media channels. The info's just coming along the bottom of the screen. Well worth checking out there for lots of other golf content. Great way to get in touch is post some comments below with other videos you'd like to see, anything that you're struggling with. If you enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to never miss another video. So today, as I mentioned, this is really going to be very relevant for any person creating too much of a block. So for me as a right-handed golfer, straight out right, or hooking it where we're over curving that ball to the left of the target. But really what I'm going to discuss here is the correct release pattern and movement through the ball that I'd like to see for all golfers anyway. So this could be very relevant if you're struggling through impact where the club is exiting too much down the target line or to the right of the target, and we're starting to use a lot of hands to control the club face. It's a hard position to be in. We can do it, but can we do it consistently? So this release pattern that we're talking about is a body movement where the club is starting to work or exit more to the left. I quite often call it the low left exit through the golf ball rather than this position where we're overusing hands and arms. Real simple exercise. Let me jump in and hit one. All I'm going to do is place the cane on the ground. Now I don't care too much the angle of it, but the cane is in front of the golf ball and it's pointing way left of the target line. So we're talking about maybe up to 40 degrees left. Doesn't matter too much. Get the cane on the ground. I'm just going to feel like the club head works a little bit more down this red line to the left of the target post impact. Let me hit just a little half one first. And let's work it then. Let me hit one full one before I discuss it a little bit more detail on what we're trying to do with perhaps our wrist angles. So now a fuller one. Pulled it just a touch, but really got the feeling that the club was working a little bit more inwards, which would be really good for me. I don't like to see that butt end of the club pointing back towards the camera. With an iron in the hand, I want to almost start to see that butt end of the club disappearing behind my lead hips and my lead side towards the target. If you are struggling with the blocks and hooks, you are getting that club working down this way for too long, almost down the target line, rather than working inwards that it should do on this arc shape. And we're starting to use a lot of hands and arms to control that club face if that ball's starting to bend too far left or a right-handed golfer hooking. So we're starting to use this release pattern. The end of the grip's pointing back towards the camera. What I want to see is the club working inwards on an arc as it goes through the golf ball here post impact, and I want to almost see quite quiet hands. So when I'm doing these little quarter half swings, I'm trying to feel like the club is moving down the red line, and I'm trying to feel like I'm actually not creating tension here, but not letting the wrists go floppy, soft, where the club is starting to work this way, release through the golf ball. So I'm trying to feel like my hands are quite stable, even though the club is working to the left. And that's going to be really good, as I said, if you're someone who's been hooking the ball, especially bending the ball too much to the left of the target. We really want to control that club face through body rotation, not through hand manipulation. So a couple more of those short ones. What we're looking at from here is that club working down the line here, and I haven't used a whole lot of hands. If I've used a lot of hands, what we'll start to see is the club face pointing more down towards the ground at that last, at the first parallel position just post impact here. If we start to get the club pointing way down, we know you've used a lot of hands and arms. I'd like to see the toe of the golf club pretty much straight up in the air, vertical there. So it's a great thing to do is to hold that finish position. Let me do one just towards the camera here. Hold that finish position there. We can tell a lot from where that club is pointing. If we've finished more this way at that first parallel position, just post impact, with the club pointing more down, we know we've had to use a lot of hands and arms to achieve it. To get the club to work left, what does my body have to do? It's got to rotate very quickly. Huge power source, massive power source from body rotation. You wouldn't kick a football with speed this way. You would kick it running in from side on with body rotation. Any sport, serving in tennis, you wouldn't serve this way. You'd stand side on to create body rotation, massive power source. So for me to get that club working more to the left, I've got to keep my body rotating. So if you're someone who's struggling with body rotation through the golf ball, you feel there's a stall or you're not getting open enough, again, this is a great exercise. Let me hit one full one to finish with. That feeling of the club going left, my body has to keep rotating. So I've just got to speed up this part to get the feeling that my club is working a little bit more down that line. Great fix for a lot of different swing faults. Give it a go. Make sure you practice it at home. With airflow balls is absolutely fine. If you get a chance to get to the driving range to do it, brilliant. Take that feeling onto the golf course. The feeling for me to get that club going left is that my body doesn't stall. It just keeps rotating. And I may even just pre-swing, rehearse that movement over the top of the golf ball a couple of times to feel how I'm going to achieve it. If they have helped, I'll put my teeth back in. If this video has helped, as I said at the start, hit the thumbs up, make sure you subscribe to my channel.